Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udhiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 19, Text number 18. Vishnu Balaram Gurnitai ki Prabhupada ki Jai. Purnam Varshasahasram Me Purnam Varshasahasram Me Vishayan Sevataha Asakrit Vishayan Sevato Sakrit Tatha Api Cha Anusavanam Tatapi Cha Anusavanam Trishna Teshu Upajayate Trishna Teshu Upajayate Purnam Varsha Sahasram Me Vishayan Sevato Sakrat Tatapi Chanusavanam Trishna Teshu Upajayate Purnam Varsha Sahasram Me Vishayan Sevato Sakrat Tatapi Chanusavanam Trishna Teshu Upajayate. This story, it's a series of stories. Sleeping in balcony when the second floor. Just title is there. Mataji. Purnam completely. Varsha Sahasram 1000 years. May my Vishayan sense gratification. Sevataha enjoying asakrit without cessation, continuously. Tata api still. Cha indeed. Anusavanam more and more. Krishna lusty desires. Teshu in sense gratification. upajayate are increased. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Vicharanarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. I have spent a full 1000 years enjoying sense gratification. Yet my desire to enjoy such pleasure increases daily. Can you repeat the translation? I have spent a full 1000 years enjoying sense gratification. Yet my desire to enjoy such pleasure increases daily. Purport. Maharaja Yayati is explaining in terms of his actual experience how strong are sexual desires even in old age. That ends the Bhaktivinoda purport and translation. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatiteshatarine जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. पूर्णम वर्ष सहस्रम में वर्ष सहस्रम 1000 पूर्णम 1000 complete 1000 years may vishayan sevatah asakrit. For 1000 years asakrit, without any break, asakrit, vishayan sevato may, I have enjoyed sense gratification without any disturbance, any break. So Maharaja Yayati is telling that he has enjoyed sense gratification for 1000 years, all desirable things for 1000 years, materially desirable things, without any break. Tathapi, still, yet, even though he has enjoyed for 1000 continuous years, tathapi, still, Trishna Teshu, his desires to enjoy, upajayate, anusavanam, is only increasing day by day. Upajayate means to increase. Anusavanam means just like anudinam, anusavanam. Savanam is used when there's a question of relishing or tasting or enjoying something, savana. So anusavana means anudinam, means every day. So anusavana means his desire to enjoy is only increasing but not decreasing. So this is the nature of material desire. And Prabhupada says in the purport, Maharaja Yayati is explaining from his own personal experience that even in old age, one's material desires will not come down. It will only increase. As age increases, your desires also increase. Doesn't decrease. As sometimes we meet people, they say, probably as age increases, Prabhu, he will mature, don't worry. So he will improve. He will mature. But here Maharaja Yayati is saying, no. As age increases, your material desires will only increase. It will not decrease. This is a fact we can see. Otherwise, this hall must be, how many, what is the population of people above 50 in Mysore district or Mysore city? What will be the population? 7 lakh. Oh, thank you for the statistics. So 7 lakh people must be sitting here now for the Bhagavatam class. Where are all these old people now? So that is a reality. So we should take from the pages of Bhagavatam these words to our heart. Then we can actually become happy. And Maharaja Yayati has enjoyed sense gratification for 1000 years without break. It also means he had the power of his senses to enjoy for 1000 years. Generally, it is said, even as per medical science, it can be proved. The more you enjoy your senses materially, it becomes weak. The more one indulges in sense gratification, particularly sex desire, the vital energy of his life is reduced. So, therefore, more time passes, you will actually physically and mentally become weak. You can see that any materialistic person, normal person in this world, generally as age grows, he becomes weak. Senses become weak physically, actually. But a spiritualist, his senses don't grow weak because his vital energy is not lost, and above the vital energy, there is a Krishna conscious energy supply for him, continuous supply for him. So his senses don't grow weak. That's why you can see, particularly in Kali Yuga, people ask why age is reduced in Kali Yuga than in other yugas. This is one of the reasons. The more one indulges in sense gratification, his lifespan is reduced. The senses will not have the strength to continue long. It will decrease. This is actually a revelation from the Shastra. This is one of the revelations I am sharing. Then you may say, Prabhu, but you are contrasting yourself. Here he enjoyed for 1000 years. Yes, that was a blessing given by Krishna to him. There are some cases in the Bhagavatam where Krishna has blessed some specific people to enjoy for a long period. Now there is a reasoning. Here the teaching or the lesson from this is, even if you enjoy 1000 years, still he is not satisfied. So the Bhagavatam wants to bring out this point. And what do you speak of here? 30 years, 10 years, Alpayusha. We're all Alpayusha people. Just walking we will die. Our position is like that. Talking we will die. While talking, the person dies. We see so many cases. While sleeping, the person dies. Alpayusha. Yeah. Kali Yuga, even more strangely, we see children die. Babies die. 80-year-old man is living, but his son and grandson will die. But he is living strong. It's very strange things happen in Kali Yuga. 20-year-old man, young man will die, but 50-year, 60-year-old man is still going strong. It's quite strange. So we really can't know what's going on in Kali Yuga. Very, very strange things happen in Kali Yuga. Unexpected things happen in Kali Yuga. Even people who enjoyed for 1000 years are not satisfied. And here we are thinking, no, I'm yet to satisfy my desires, and still a lot of time is there, and I will fulfill my desires. But 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. It's called Alpa Aisha. So we should think, people who are enjoying for thousands of years are still not happy, not satisfied their lust or their material desires. Why am I doing the same thing? And persons like Maharaja Yayati were highly experienced and they are sharing that is not satisfying. Please give it up. And we want to say, no, let me try. Maybe he could not. I will. How long you will try? 1 year? 6 months? 5 years, 10 years. The people have tried for 1,000 years. So this is a question of intelligence. That is why Prabhupada said, he used to tell one there was one, Prabhupada used to quote one Bengali drama. It's a very interesting drama. So, don't increase the material fever. The title of the drama is that. Don't increase the fever to 107, 108 degrees. If you increase the fever to 107, 108 degrees, what happens? Death. So, once it so happened, the drama was presented in this way, but it's very instructive. Prabhupada says. There was one old couple in Calcutta, and they were the only two in their home. And one day the landlady, the old lady, actually they were also owning land. So she was a landlady, and she fell sick. And coincidentally, the maid servant in that house also fell sick, who used to come and do the household work and support this old couple. She also fell sick simultaneously. So the husband, the landlord, he called the doctor. So the doctor came and checked the pulse of both these ladies. And then he first checked the landladies. He has put the stethoscope and he checked. Oh, okay. This landlady's temperature is 99. Okay, chalta hai, not serious. Then he went to this maid woman and then he checked the temperature. She was 104 to 105. He said, raising his eyebrows, oh, this lady is little serious. Please take care. If it goes to another 1 or 2 more degree, it's going to be very serious. So when he was not even completing the sentence, his landlady started shouting. She said, looks like this doctor is an idiot. Looks like he is not a doctor at all. Who ever gave him the degree? Does he have any sense? Does he know who is the landlady and who is the maid servant? Actually, I should be having 105. And this lady is my worker. She should be having 99 or even 70 is also okay. 98 is also okay. Not 70, sorry. So she should be having 100 or 99. And I should be having 105 because I'm the landlady. Her calculation is, because I'm the landlady, I should have more. And she's my worker, she should have less. She does not have sense that as far as the temperature of the body is concerned, if you increase it, it is dangerous. From 105 goes to 107, 108, it is death. She has no such idea. Similarly, we in this material world are trying to work and increase material activities, increase and expand material civilization. And increase the temperature, 103, 104, 105. Work more. Expand more. Enjoy more. This way, that way, this way. And increasing the material fever, almost coming to the point of 107, 108. That means the civilization will collapse. Prabhupada says, therefore we see, even in those days, there was always the threat of this bombing. Even today also it is there. Just 2 days back, there was a heavy tension in the media whether World War is going to start in the next coming week or something like that, being with China. Just 2-3 days back. See? So, just increase the material fever, Material fever means not only material desire, material anger, material lust, material moha increases. Material paraphernalia, go on increasing. Then, Prabhupada, just like this, Americans come up with this atom bomb. Russians have come up with the atom bomb. China has got. Everybody is coming up with atom bombs and threatening every other country. And finally, they will destroy whatever even they have created themselves. This is their brains, how it works. This is their brain. So God increases the material favor, material favor, material favor. Finally, they will destroy themselves and others. This is the contribution. On the other hand, the devotees are attempting to decrease the material favor. And they think that we are not productive. One of the most common statements when devotees go to preach is that you people are not productive. And see, what is their productiveness? Leading to atom bomb, nuclear bomb. And see how their intelligence works. At least you put and destroy the other fellow, chalta hai, not okay, but I'm just saying. But is the way his brain, vinashakale viparita buddhi, his brain works in such a way when he puts a bomb, even he will also be perished. And he's okay with that. He's okay with that. Dushta buddhihi, nashta buddhayaha. Lot of good terms are there in Bhagavad Gita for all such men. Dushta buddhi, corrupt intelligence. Nashta buddhayaha, intelligence is lost. Like that. There are people like that also. That was discussed in the earlier verses actually already. There was one person very envious. Trinakanta. There was one person named Trinakanta and from Bengal. Nothing with Bengal region, but this is a story I'm quoting. There's one Trinakanta. So this man was wanting to go to a pilgrimage, and generally it is a custom that when you move out of the house, especially for a pilgrimage or even otherwise, nothing inauspicious should catch your sight. Something inauspicious catches your sight, actually you should not move ahead, you should come back to home. Should come back to home. That was the custom those days. Today nobody follows such. Therefore, a lot of anomalies do happen because people don't take heed of all these signals. And they think these are all foolish things. Anyway, so anything inauspicious you observe, you should not continue with the activity. You should return back. Better select another time. So, this Trinakanta was wanting to go for a pilgrimage. There was his opposite neighbor, opposite house. There was one Sushanta. This man was very envious. And he didn't want this man to go for pilgrimage. But what to do? He has already planned, booked his ticket. Date has already come almost. It's actually Sunday morning. So he's about to leave, finish his breakfast. And just then, what did Sushanta did? He thought so many devices, so many ways and means now how to make him not go. But I cannot do, because what can I do? And I cannot tell him directly, please don't go. Basically, the idea is nothing good must happen for others. Nothing auspicious would happen for others. Tirtha Yatra is a punya karma, punya karya. It's good for the soul, but that should not happen to him. Something auspicious should not happen to that person, to that neighbor. So what he did, he cut off his own nose for that purpose and stood in front of the house just while he was about to move out for the pilgrimage. And the moment he came out of the house, he said, "Oh, Sushanta, your nose is cut. Oh, so sad." Then immediately started thinking, "Oh, it's very inauspicious. So somebody's nose is cut and blood is bleeding. It's very bad sign." So he went back to home and cancelled his trip. So Sushanta, externally feeling pain, showing pain, internally was very glad. Oh, so he has decided to cancel the trip. Very nice. This is how the persons who have dushta buddhi, their brains, their intelligence works. In the name of causing pain to others, this person does not mind undergoing suffering himself. and is prepared for any degree, any extent to self-destroy himself, provided the other person is destroyed. No problem if I destroy, but I have to ensure that he is also destroyed. So no problem if I am not happy, but I should ensure he should not be happy. Like this, people are. Quite many people we can observe in our experience are like that. So, therefore, if you go on increasing the material fever, this is the result. Envious neighbors called Griha Medha in Sanskrit. Shukadeva Goswami describes them as Griha Medhi, meaning Medha means intelligence. Griha Medha or Griha Medhi means actually a family man. An envious householder is called Griha Medhi. And the definition of a householder is one who is envious of the other householder, is the definition of a householder. A normal householder. Unless he is purified and sanctified by Krishna consciousness, unless he becomes a devotee, by default, a householder is always envious of the other householder. We can see that. You can frankly see all these things happening in your own experience. So that's why the material fever should not increase, it should decrease. Therefore, in the Vedic civilization, the Vaishnavas, the devotees, the Brahmanas, they practice and then they teach others to reduce the demands of the body. Not to increase the material fever, not to increase the material demands. Reduce. Just the bare minimum. Just the bare minimum. And then, because we are trying to keep the necessities minimum, they think we are not productive. We are not productive. Just like once, Prabhupada always quoted this. During Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's time, those days, when the British had requested him to send some of his disciples for army, to the army, Indian army, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was very intelligent. He said, anyway, for the army you require real strong men. My disciples are thin, they eat little prasad, some khichdi and some papad, and they don't eat much. They will not be useful for your army. In that way, intelligently he avoided the British. You see? So they think that we are not productive. Oh, you people simply make all your disciples in your mutt, simply doing Hare Krishna bhajan, not contributing anything to the society. What is the contribution? Atom bomb, Russian bomb, Chinese bomb, American bomb. This is the contribution. You know what is Prabhupada's contribution? The Acharya's contribution? Because I spoke about Vaishnava's contribution. We are reducing the demands of the body. Then what are we increasing? Let's see. This was a devotee. This is a story which I'm going to narrate now. It's a story of a devotee whose uncle was in the Russian army. He was part of the KGB force. I don't know whether you know that. Just like America CIA, Russians have KGB. So, this was a time, I am talking about 1960s, those days. Mid of, little more than the mid of 19th century. There was a war which was about to take place, almost declared actually, in America and Russia. And it was a very, very tense moment. Tense days, tense hours, highly tense hours. And the day was coming to the close, that a particular day was almost decided when the war is going to happen. Whether America is going to press the nuclear bomb or Russia is going to press the bomb. Both of them have made. Already it is there. From 1960s it is already prepared and kept. Today also it is there. It is like the sword on the neck, we say. That's in English saying the sword. You are sitting, actually you are you are sitting with you are standing with a sword on your neck. Means any moment death is possible, right? That's an English saying like that. Actually, we are all living like that in our life. With sword on our neck, we are living. Just little you bend, a fine cut, finished. Isn't it? Our life is like that. But nobody speaks these things and make feel everything goody goody, while actually they are the enemies, not telling the truth. What is below my neck? Instead of taking you away, they put us in illusion. Materialistic people. So this uncle was describing to his nephew. One particular day, I don't remember the day, I don't have the date right now. I can get the date also for you. It was decided that night was supposed to be the bombing. Now, who's going to bomb, that is still, we don't know. Okay. So the past 24 hours, nobody slept. In the American side and the Russian side, practically nobody slept. So one day passed, is almost towards the midnight. Now, any moment they're going to, it was night. Any moment they're supposed to press the bomb now. But an order came, withdraw. The war is withdrawn. Both sides. That was a pleasant shock. You know what happened? That was the day Srila Prabhupada placed his footstep in America from the Taladuta. That very day is the day when Prabhupada stepped in the American land. We don't know why the American government decided to step back from war. Prabhupada didn't even begin his activity. Didn't even talk about peace. Nothing. Just he placed his lotus feet in that land. Sanctified. This is Acharya's contribution. So people think, ಏನು ISKCON ಅವರು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಭಜನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸ. So that is why our methodology is reduce the material demands and increase the spiritual demand. But somebody may say, but Prabhu, we have to live. We require so many basic needs. So Shukadeva Goswami says, gives a solution for that. Chirani kim patina santi dishanti bhiksham naivangripa parabrita sarito api ashushyan ruddha guha kim ajito avati na upasannan kasmat bhajanti kavayo dhana durmadhan dhan. It's a very strong remark by Shukadeva Goswami with a practical touch. Shukadeva Goswami himself practiced this in his life personally. When we talk about reducing material demands, the karmis always accuse devotees, oh, you are also using so many things. So therefore Shukadeva Goswami says, don't go to the karmis. Don't ask them anything. They are puffed up people. Durmadha andhan. He used a very strong word. Durmada andhan. Too much intoxicated by material assets and paraphernalia. And the devotee, when they go and ask them something, they are highly puffed up. Or they neglect devotees, Vaishnavas. They disregard Vaishnavas and they more or less consider Vaishnavas as beggars and no more than beggars. Dependent on us. So therefore Shukadeva Goswami says to such devotees, why do you go to them? To flatter them. Don't go to them. That's why he used the word. Bhajanti kavayaha. Why should the learned, meaning the devotee, Bhajanti. Why should you go and glorify them? And stand at the doorstep and ask something from them. Although the Vaishnava or the Brahmana or the devotee of the Lord is not dependent on their supply, because the Lord is the original supplier, they are very convinced. Then why are they going and asking? Of course, there's another reasoning. To enliven the householder, to wake up the householder from the ignorance of thinking that I am managing my life, I am the Lord of all I survey, I don't need anybody's assistance. Rather, I will assist everybody, I will take care of everybody, I will maintain everybody. You all please come to my shelter. So like that the materialistic people are puffed up. So Shukadeva Goswami says, don't go to them. Then the question, practical question may come, then how do I eat? How do I sleep? Where do I sleep? How do I get my clothes? So Shukadeva Goswami says, Chirani kim pati nasanti. Are there, nasanti are there? No. Chirani kim pati? Chirani means stone clothes. Pati means, comes from the word pata. Pata means path. That means road. So, on the road, pati means on the road. So, chirani kim pati nasanti. He's saying, are there no torn clothes on the street? Sometimes Prabhupada explains this. What happens? When somebody dies, then no, you remove the old clothing, you put a fresh clothing, and then sometimes the clothes are discarded. They're discarded generally. So Shukadeva Goswami saying, are there no torn clothes on the road? Pick up that and you can cover your body. Sometimes we see rich class men, especially the earlier it was there, the system, the Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas particularly, whenever there's a festival, they wear new clothes. So, like there's a saying in Hindi, Baramas and Tera Utsav. 12 months and 13 festivals. India is like that, full of festivals. And here, bombing, bombing, bombing. Purchase new missile. Like that. Raffle deal, this, that. That is the Western life. Indian life is full of festivals, not bombing. So 12 months, 13 festivals. So every month you will get a new dress, not once a year. That was India earlier. So generally the rich class, particularly when they buy new clothes, they will give away the old clothes to their maid servant or somebody in need. They will donate. They'll go to some orphanage home. They will donate all their dresses. So it was a very standard practice. So like that, there's no difficulty in getting old clothes and torn clothes. You can just cover your body. It's a big deal. Then, Bhiksham na eva angripa. Bhiksha means alms. Bhiksham na eva angripa. Angripa means the tree. Angri means feet. Pa means to accept, to drink. So Angripa means actually refers to the trees, because which is that thing in this world which drinks through legs? We all drink through mouth. But which is that which drinks through legs? It is actually the tree. The tree drinks through legs. Therefore it is called Angripa. So Shukadeva Goswami is saying, Bhiksham na eva Angripa Parabrita. Have the trees stopped supplying fruits? Have the trees stopped supplying fruits? Or have they put some toll fee for that? Okay, pay the fee and collect the fruit. No. You can freely pluck the fruit. You can freely pluck the fruit and eat. In those days, if you pluck one or two fruits, you will not be considered a criminal. But today, even entering the house is considered criminality without information and permission. Oh, how did you enter my house? Who told you to come? How did you come? When did you come? Was the gate open? How was the gate open? Where was the security? Security! So like that. Trespassers will be prosecuted. Beware of dogs. So in the Western life, they send a dog to receive you, but in Indian life, the Yajaman comes to the gate to receive you. This is the difference. But mostly India also that is disappearing. There's only mostly dogs board is there. Alsatian dogs. Very scary. Heavily built up. Heavily built up. Even my full body will not be its one meal, looks like. So hungry dogs. Very scary. Our devotees go. So much pain they take. Huh? Very risky. But still they take risk. So, Bhiksham na eva angripa. Have the trees stopped giving fruits? Why are you going to the householder or the rich man and asking them? But he thinks you are a beggar. Although he is not a beggar. His father is supremely rich. The devotee's father is the Supreme Lord. He is also the father of everyone, but others don't accept, have not understood, have not realized. But the devotee has realized, my father is supremely rich. Yet he goes to the householder. Why? To wake him up from the slumber of material life. Deep in ignorance. Thinking this life is everything. And I am the Lord of everything. Anyway, Shukadeva goes with this, don't go. Then, Parabrita Saritha Api Ashushyan. Ashushya means to be dried up. Shushka. Shushya. Ashushya means actually to be dried up. So here Shukadeva goes, Saritaha. Sarita means that which is flowing. That means rivers. So you want, if you are thirsty, you require water to drink. Shukadeva Goswami is saying, even water you should not ask. Why? Have the rivers become dried up? So why do you have to depend on anybody in the world? There is nice flowing river. Go and drink ample water. Don't even have to depend on water from somebody else who are nothing more than puffed up materialist. Then, okay, Prabhu, my prasadam is over. Fruits. Clothes I have put, some torn clothes. I have managed somehow. Or some old and used and discarded clothes on the street. I have managed. But what about my bedding? My flat? Or my villa? Oh, nothing less. Enough arrangement by the Lord's mercy. What is that? Ruddha Guha. Ruddha Guha. Guha means caves. Ruddha means to arrest, to stop. Ruddha Guha means, are the caves closed away? Are the caves closed with big boulders? Caves are all open. Go inside, have a cool stay. In the hot summer, have a cool stay. So caves are all open. Enough ample space is there. You require your small body. Caves are quite big enough. Go and sleep there. Then, somebody, Prabhu, but what about pillow is not there, Prabhu? Pillow is missing. So I cannot sleep. The neck problem is there. So, Shukadeva Goswami says, therefore the Lord has created this hand and made this portion soft. And sleep nicely like this. So soft portion Krishna has created so that you can sleep. Nice cushioning is there. It is actually a fact. This is the icing on the cake. The last statement. Quite mind-blowing statement by Shukadeva Goswami. Finally, Kim Ajitaha Avati na Upasannan. Upasannan means one who surrendered. Upasannan, who's completely surrendered. Upasannan is completely given up himself onto the Ajitaha, the Almighty Lord, um, Avati, who's completely capable of giving protection. Ajita, who never fails in his protection to his devotee. Um, Therefore, he's using the word, interestingly, Avita na. Has he failed to give protection? Over and above all, whether the Almighty Lord has closed his doors of protection to the surrendered devotee Upasannan? No, right? Lord's door is always open. Lord's door is always open to give shelter to everyone who seeks shelter onto his lotus feet. Therefore, Kasmat, what for? Bhajanti, should we flatter? Dhanadurmadhandhan, those who are puffed up with material wealth, material knowledge, material position. Why should we go to them? Kavayaha, the learned persons, that means the devotees, why should we go to them? So Shukadeva Goswami Prabhupada was personally practicing this standard. Of course, Prabhupada was very quick to clarify, laughing mildly, but we may not be able to practice this standard. Okay, cushion is there, caves are there, nice villas, you can choose whether Chamundi Hill cave you want, or this cave or that cave, whether Jayanagar cave you want, or you want a Metagali cave, or say we're not ready for that. So the Goswamis knew that. Therefore, they have prescribed what is called as Yukta Vairagya. So we cannot practice Shukadeva Goswami, nor should we imitate Shukadeva Goswami. We will only make a show of Vairagya and cheat ourselves. We are not ready for that. Therefore, the Goswamis, they have understood the mindset of the people in Kali Yuga, how they are brought up, and they have prescribed what is called as Yukta Vairagya as opposed to Shushka Vairagya. There are actually 5 kinds of Vairagyas. Maybe sometime later we can discuss on that. 4 or 5 kinds of Vairagyas. In that, 2 terms we are using today. Shushka Vairagya means dry renunciation. Shushka Vairagya means renunciation without assimilation. That means without realization. It's a false state. And Yukta Vairagya is actually renunciation with assimilation. True renunciation. Most of the people we see are practicing what is called Shushka Vairagya. That's why they're surprised about Vaishnavas. Oh, you people, you have room, you have Khichdi Prasad, you're not eating fruits. So they're surprised. Shushka Vairagya means dry renunciation, not eating anything, sleeping on the bare ground, all these kind of things. But then, externally they may be very renounced, but internally when tested, they're bubbling with material desires. But deeply controlled, kept under control. That means very risky. Anytime it will blast. That's why it is also called Falgu Vairagya. In Bihar, we have one devotee from Bihar actually. He can better explain that. In Bihar, there is a place called, there is a river, which is even today, it is flowing. It is called Falgu Nadi. You can check in Google. Falgu Nadi it is called. It's a very interesting term. Falgu actually means dry. Falgu Nadi means dry. Actually, in terms of Tattva, it is called dry renunciation. So what is the comparison? Why this river is being quoted? Falgu Nadi. So what is this Falgu Nadi doing in Bihar? This river is very interesting. Generally, rivers flow above the ground, right? It's quite obvious for us. You can take pictures. This river flows just below the ground. So if you walk, you will actually see you will not sense that there is a river down. Just few inches you just dig below the mud. There's a big river flowing, and that's called Falgu Nadi. Big river flowing. Luxuriantly. Saritaha. Happily flowing. So, what is the comparison? Similarly, see, although it is covered by mud, you don't see any water, When you dig little, at hands, arm's length, you'll actually see huge water body, river flowing. In other words, similar to that, although externally one may practice a lot of renunciation, Hmm? Simple clothing, simple fruits, like that. And maybe he may be sleeping on the floor, not even using a cot, forget pillow and all. But lot of desires to lord over material nature, lord over people, lord over the situation, control things, seek labha, puja, pratishta, lot of materialistic goals, even up to the point of uh, uh, mukti, becoming one with God. So many desires are there. So that is called Falgu Vairagya or Shushka Vairagya. Such renunciation will not help us. Dry renunciation it is called. External renouncing so many things. But then internally is the developed the spirit of renunciation. Renunciation, Vairagya is practiced to develop what is called as detachment from anything which does not foster Krishna consciousness and simultaneously developing attachment to Krishna. This is the true definition of Vairagya. Vairagya means simultaneously developing attachment to Krishna and anything connected with Krishna, and simultaneously developing detachment, which is not anything which is not connected with Krishna. I have nothing to do with that. Such a person is perfectly situated in the platform of perfect renunciation. Therefore, only a Vaishnava can be truly said to be perfectly renounced because he doesn't enjoy anything, knowing well everything is meant for the enjoyment of God. Anything. There can be beautiful things in this world, all meant for the bhoga, enjoyment of the Lord. Just like we have nice bananas, nice apples, strawberries, dry fruits, cardamom, cashew, ghee, butter, so on and so forth. Nice, delicious foodstuffs. Nice material civilization, advanced material civilization, beautiful skyscraper buildings, beautiful palaces, beautiful women, beautiful handsome men, all meant for the bhoga of the Lord, enjoyment of the Lord. So the devotee has developed that sense of consciousness for offering everything at the pada of Vishnu, Krishna. So anything beautiful a devotee sees, oh, if it is for my Lord, how nice it is. Typically, like a normal person, if you see malige flowers, oh, malige flowers, if my wife puts it, will be very nice. Or if I put in my hand, in Tamil Nadu we have, like that they will smell. Malige poo, வாசனை கும குமா இருக்குது. Like that they say, nice fragrance. Sense gratification. Anything, nice car you see, oh, Lamborghini. If I sit and drive, have a nice ride in Mysore, it is a bhoga mentality. Nice villa you see in Rupanagar. Ah, what a nice villa. I should be having, actually, I should be sitting there. Unfortunately, the name is different there. So very soon I will change that name. These are the whole criminal is feel like that. On the other hand, the devotee thinks, oh, such a nice villa. If it was given for Krishna. Oh, such a nice mallige. Let me offer it to the feet of Krishna or to the neck of Krishna. Nice jewelry I see. Oh, if Krishna wears, Radharani wears. So nice. So that is Yukta Vairagya. So in this way, the devotee is not in danger and he is fully satisfied in serving Krishna. On the other hand, the materialistic person, always his desires are increasing, ever increasing, and he does not know any means to put it down, to bring it down. And his anxiety is increasing more and more. And he is dissatisfied ultimately. That is the end of the materialistic person. that is dissatisfied. But the devotee, apparently not having anything, is fully satisfied. So this is what Maharaja Yayati is teaching us through his own experience. We'll stop here. Granthrat Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much. I have a few announcements. We will be celebrating Ram Navami on 30th March, Thursday. Celebrations will begin in the evening 6 p.m. onwards. We will have Ramataraka Yagna, discourse on Lord Rama's Leela, Ram Katha, Sankirtan and Mahaprasadam for all. We will be having culture camp for children aged for children from 13th April to 7th May. Interested devotees can enroll their children to this culture camp, and you can see the notice board for more details. Now we'll go to the our construction area for Sankirtana and pray for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to manifest himself and bless the devotees of Mysore. Hare Krishna.